During the next time. Hey everybody, welcome to my cooking nook. I'm Christine Deaton, and I mean we're starting right away. I'm already going to strain my ziti because today's menu is skillet baked ziti. We've got a rainbow zucchini side dish. We have some delicious bread, homemade bread, and we have some homemade donuts. A lot of prep today, I will tell you that. Lots and lots of prep today, but it's all going to be worth it. Thanks for being here today. Okay, as you can see, I've got my ziti, and I'm just going to let it sit here a minute right on the counter, and we are going to here. Okay, so in baked ziti, you have to have, in our family anyway, you have two kinds of cheeses, okay? Now let's say three because we always add Parmesan. But the main cheeses in a ziti is ricotta, we say ricotta, okay? So I'm going to put, this is a 15-ounce ricotta in a bowl, okay? And then I'm going to put probably a cup of mozzarella cheese, okay, right in with it, okay. This we save for later. I'll show you why. Okay. And then we always put an egg. The egg is very binding to the cheeses, but it also makes everything creamier in a ziti, okay. Clean as you go.
So we have Mary Heffington joining us and Stacy Doherty.
Hi ladies, thanks for joining us. We have a great menu. Stacy, I know you're going to love this one. This is baked ziti. I'm not sure if you've had that at my house. Through all the years that I've known you, probably at some point had some kind of Italian food. Mixing it all up, mixing. You're going to mix in the egg, you're going to mix in the two cheeses together, and it looks like a very, very thick mixture right now, but we're going to do something here in a sec when I get all of this together, like this, Jennifer. By the way, on camera today, working my camera today, is my sister Jennifer. Two daughters here. We have Emily, who's going to help me here and swing around to her.
Hello.
And then we have my daughter Elizabeth, who's going to be manning the feedback and stuff and the conversations and all. So thanks everybody for being here. Okay, so what do we do next? Come on over.
We have Aunt Harolyn and Christopher.
Hey guys, thanks for being here. Okay, so what am I going to do right now? I'm going to add a little bit of sauce. So I have a can and a half of sauce that's actually going to go in my skillet for the ziti, but I have an extra can and a half of sauce on the side over here for things like this, for dipping bread later and for doing my ziti, okay? I'm going to take a scoop, 2 scoops of sauce right into the sauce and into the cheese mixture, okay? Right into the mixture. Now we mix it together. Look how beautiful that is, Jennifer. Can you see this?
Mary Heffington said you had me at cheese.
Well, there's a lot more coming, Mary, let me tell you. Okay, so what this is now it's a pretty loose concoction of cheese. That's exactly what you want, okay? And basically my cheese mixture is done and ready to go. So I'm going to let that sit here a minute, okay? Cheese is done. All right, let's move on. Pasta's done, okay? Pasta ziti takes about 9 minutes, and I had the water boiling right before we started, and it's just now done, and it's fresh. Okay, so what do I want to do now? I want to get my meat sauce going, okay? I've got all my elements right here to make the ziti, but we got to do the meat sauce. So I'm going to turn it on high, okay? I want to know how everybody's doing out there. And I hope you've been watching the show and enjoying the show. We love doing it. Do you know last week, within 2 hours of doing the show, of airing the show, we had about 1,200 people that watched the show. That was in the first 2 hours. This thing is going like crazy, and I'm so excited. And so I thank all of you who have been tuning in and telling people, because it's really starting to happen. This is what we were hoping for. And of course, I'll say this every week, the reason we do this is because everything I do is fast, easy, and delicious. As a matter of fact, speaking of that, I've kind of come up with an idea, a new name. The Cooking Nook presents Fed Up, fast, easy, and delicious cooking. So Fed Up. And don't be fed up, just come to Fed Up or something like that. We're kind of working that out. I want your opinion on that name of the show. F-E-D, Fed Up. I like it.
Mary Heffington said she loves the show, loving the show.
Thank you, Mary. We love having you watch all the time, Mary. We appreciate it so much. You're such a sweet, sweet lady. Love you to death.
Craig Backstrom is also watching right
Hey,
now.
Awesome.
Craig, how are ya? Good to see you, Craig. Hey, Craig, you have any? We need guys on the show. Do you have any good, quick recipes? I mean, you're a bachelor, and maybe you have some stuff that you throw together at your house. I don't know. All right, I am putting just a drop of minced garlic because you don't make too many Italian meals without real strong garlic taste, okay? Doesn't happen, so, and I'm also going to throw in about a cup of diced onion.
Mary said she loves the name too.
Do you like it, Mary? I hope so. And like I said, we're still kind of working on the premise of the show. Don't be fed up, come to Fed Up or something like that. But I just got to thinking when I was talking, okay, so it's fast and easy and delicious. I said, hey, that's Fed. And that's how I came up with it. So we're hoping that it catches on. And I'm going to do a little bit more work on that. And maybe that'll be the Cooking Nook present. So we'll see, we're working on it. But in the meantime, this is show number 6, and I cannot tell you how excited we are to have had the viewership that we have had. And even later on, if you don't get to watch it right now, because it's at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, a lot of people are at their work or doing other things at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You can always watch it at night on Facebook, or we really would like everybody to go to YouTube and go to My Cooking Nook, and whatever episodes, all the episodes are on there. This will be later on today. And like us and subscribe. We would really, really, really appreciate that very, very much.
Stacy said that was genius. I'm assuming the name.
The name? Oh, I hope so. What do you guys think? The 3 of you that are here, do you think that's a good name?
Yeah, I like it. I think
Fed Up?
I think we need to have another E and do it like feed.
Feed Up?
No, just like
Feed?
feed. I mean, fed or something food eating related instead of fed up. I don't know.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
I mean, well,
But
we're gonna mold
Fed
that
is
around.
a form of
Form of feed.
feed.
Right, and that's where I thought it was
Yeah.
going.
I just thought, like I said, I was thinking, I gotta make fast, easy, and delicious recipes. Oh, wait a minute, that's F-E-D. Ooh, Fed Up. You know, it was that kind of a thing. So I ran it by my husband last night, and I said, what do you think? He said, I love it. I think it's a great name. And so I said, well, let's just throw that out there tomorrow and see what everybody thinks. And I don't know, I think it's kind of catchy.
I like
So,
stay fed up.
Stay Fed Up?
Stay fed up.
That could be, okay.
You know,
We'll mold
or-
that around. Hey, just showing you that I've added I did a little chub of the ground turkey, okay? Again, you guys can use ground beef, okay? It is a meat sauce. I didn't say what kind of meat. They have great pork and beef
Chicken.
ground, mix at the grocery store. Yeah, you can make a chicken. You can add ground chicken or chunks of chicken, because you can make this more like a Parmesan or a cacciatore or one of those things. So, I mean, listen, these kinds of recipes, because they're so quick and easy, you can pretty much do whatever you want with them. I just kind of give you the basics and the groundwork, and you guys do whatever you want. You add your own seasoning. Okay, speaking of seasoning, you know that my favorite is a garlic salt. I don't like just garlic powder, and I don't use a lot of salt. So I do a garlic salt blend, California blend, because it's got parsley in it, and I get the low sodium because I can't have a lot of salt. And for those, we've had a lot of people tuning in from my Meniere's support group, and we really, really appreciate that. And honestly, this is for you guys. Today, I'm having a very, very, very sick Meniere's Day. And I'm going to do a lot of leaning, okay, because I feel like somebody's pulling me backwards. But that's what this is all about. It's so that I can still cook for my family and do it fast, okay?
Elizabeth and I got it.
What do you have? You have my name?
Your name.
All right. What is it?
Don't be fed up, just be fed.
And Chris
Don't
just
be fed up. Hey,
just
we
be
got a
fed.
little guy in the kitchen here. That's my little
Running
grandson
by.
Nicholas running around today.
Right?
and Chris said, "I'm fed up and I love it." And Fran said, "Great name, eat, cook without being fed up."
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Don't be fed up, watch Fed Up, or something like that. Something to that. Like I said, we'll all sit around and figure that out, but I kind of like the name. And the name came to me. I mean, it just was there in front of me, and I thought, ooh.
What'd you say,
hey,
Em?
Don't be fed up, just be fed.
Don't be fed up,
Don't be
just
fed
be
up,
fed
just
up.
be fed.
Like, you know, you're eating
Just be
your
fed.
food. Feed, fed.
Possibly. Well, like I said, we're gonna fast, easy, and delicious. Okay. All right. My meat's just about done, and please make sure you cook ground turkey all the way through. The thing is, in this particular recipe, you're gonna add sauce, and it's gonna simmer for a while, so there's no chance of it being undercooked. Okay. But at this point, I am going to add my sauce. Emily, you can start heating up this pan because we are going to do I call it my zucchini rainbow dish because I'm going to use yellow zucchini today. And yellow zucchinis, it's just, it's a pretty color, but I wanted more color on the plate. So I said, what can I do? So I got a red onion, and I had some bell pepper. I had some green and red bell pepper, and I thought, you know what? Use what's in your fridge.
Yep.
You can save a lot of money by using what's in your fridge. So I'm using my green and red bell pepper. I cut them up large. No, what did I do today? Oh, I just made them like in chunks. That's what I did. I made those in chunks, and I cut the onion in like, they're going to be
Julienne.
long, like julienne, but thicker. So like slivers of onion. Okay, and then I've got, I coined the zucchini. Okay, so we're going to have, not only going to have color, we're going to have shape. And it's going to be a really neat side dish. Okay, I'm going to add the sauce now while Emily's got this pan heating up. And here goes the sauce. Okay, save the can because there's a lot left in the can and you don't want to waste any of that either. So you're going to take the can, put water, and use that in here. The fact is you're going to be putting a lot of pasta in here. You don't want you don't want a thick sauce. You need it a little bit loose so that the pasta can kind of mush into that and it doesn't absorb all the liquid, because then you'll have, it just doesn't work. It becomes too thick. It becomes like a paste.
Does it matter what sauce you use?
It doesn't matter. You can make your own sauce, but that, for me, because I watched my mom and my grandmother always make their own sauce, that's an all-day process. So is that probably the best sauce to have? Yes. But for me, when you're doing fast, easy, and delicious, fast is definitely not a homemade sauce. Does that mean you can't do it? Absolutely. You can do a sauce, your own sauce like the day before, and then use it the next day. Of course, anytime Italian food sits for a day, ooh, it's better. It's even better. Okay? Last night I made my homemade bread. I have a brand new one, a new loaf that I have in my bread maker. That's another one of the gadgets that I talk about. If you don't have a bread maker, oh my gosh, get it. Because last night the girls had gotten me the bread maker and recipes and stuff like that. So last night I used the basic white recipe, and I added minced garlic and a little bit of garlic salt to make a garlic bread for my table for later. So I'm very excited about that and can't wait to taste it. I made an extra loaf today to give to Jennifer and my mom, and for her to bring home. You got white bread. I didn't get all the fancy stuff, but it's a homemade white bread.
I love it.
Okay,
All
Mary
right.
Heffington said, just had this thought. Feel free to let me know what you guys think
Yeah.
of it. Stop by the Nook, have fun while you cook. Come and get fed up with us.
Mary, I love that.
And then we also have Angie watching.
Hi, Angie. Now, I know a lot of Angie, so I'm saying hi to Angie.
Angie Gaslam.
Oh, hi, Angie. How are you, girl? Thanks for joining us. All right, look at this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is it's kind of a loose sauce, but that's exactly what I want. I'm not adding the pasta yet. And I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to turn this down, and I'm going to let this sit and kind of just simmer, and all those flavors come together, okay? So the pasta will go in shortly, and then the cheese is going to go in, and we will have a skillet baked ziti. Baked ziti, it's the same principle. It's just, it's not going to be browned like it would in the oven, but it's the same process and the same cheeses and the same macaroni and the same, I always do a meat sauce. Okay, so Emily right now has put all the vegetables in the pan. Look how pretty that is. I'm going to get this out of your way and just grab one of those. Okay, and I'm going to keep this here because we're going to need that scoop later. But, oh my gosh. Okay, so what we're going to do on this is I'm going to have Emily add a little bit of the garlic salt. And then I'm going to have her, when this cooks down a little bit, I'm going to have her add Italian seasoning. So Italian seasoning has like oregano, parsley, basil. It's just a mix of the flavorings, the herbs that you have in Italian cooking. Okay, those prominent flavors are all in the Italian seasoning. It's a blend, okay? And I'm telling you, this is going to be a beautiful, huh?
I'm using a spatula.
Well, here's the thing, in the kitchen you use what you're comfortable with. There's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong recipe. There's no right or wrong. It's just whatever you're comfortable with. I figured it gives a little bit. Huh?
The spatula gives a little bit.
Whatever works for you. Sure.
Mary
She's
said
using
just-
a spatula to do the turning, but that's okay. Jennifer, come on over here and watch her do that for a minute.
Mary said, it was just a thought my little brain came up with while watching you girls create all this deliciousness.
Now come over and eat some ziti, Mary. Mary lives here in Brampton, and I would love for you to come over and taste the food. All right, so how's the zucchini coming? It's looking great. Look at this. Look at this. Woohoo! Isn't that pretty? That's just going to be a gorgeous plate. Look at that. Like I said, on this particular dish, I did buy the zucchini yesterday, but I had the other stuff. I said, I'm using it, and how pretty is it? Now, actually, my mom is a little under the weather right now. I was actually going to have her do her mushrooms and peas, which would have been an amazing side dish for this. It's an Italian dish that my mom has made forever, for as long as, I mean, when I was a little kid, my mom was making mushrooms and peas. She makes it every Thanksgiving, and it's one of the things that goes. It goes very, very, very quickly. All right, then, so what I want you to do with this is I'm going to have you, we're going to turn it down a little bit, okay? And then I want you to go ahead and, did you put this yet?
Not yet.
Okay, go ahead and put the Italian seasoning in. Now, I'm trying to rush through all of this stuff today because we have a different kind of dessert today where I'm not throwing it in the oven. This is, on top, this is fried little donuts. Easiest thing in the world. You find out the company's coming, and if you have biscuits in your refrigerator like this, let me get them out because we're going to need them in a minute anyway. Just regular Graham biscuits. Don't get the skinny ones. Get the Graham biscuits. I'm using the Southern Home Style. You can use the flaky. You can use whatever you want. But the Graham biscuits, you're going to turn these into a fabulous dessert in just a little bit. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to check on my ziti sauce over here. So again, it's just a meat sauce. You can actually put, they have, like I said, blends of pork and beef. They have just plain old, good old ground beef. You can use, if you have leftover chicken, take the meat off the bone, either dark or white. I prefer the white meat. I like the chicken breast the best. And just cut it all up, and you can make like a chicken cacciatore. You can do a chicken parmesan. A cacciatore is with veggies.
I would say it has
different
veggies in it.
It's got
Yep.
vegetables in it.
You can actually add what Emily's making,
Right, to make it a cacciatore.
chicken, and you have cacciatore.
That would be-
Gina
Yeah.
is watching with us right now.
Hello, thank you for joining us. We love it.
There's Gina's friend.
Hi, I miss you.
All
I
right.
say that all the time.
Again, the sauce, it looks loose, but in this case, that's what you want, because once you add this pasta, the pasta's going to absorb the liquid, and if you start out with a thick sauce, it just doesn't work. It becomes like a paste. By the time you have the pasta in there and a thick sauce, it really becomes where you can basically slice it, and it just makes it a big, thick, like gooey mess, okay? So you want your sauce to be loose, like this, okay? And I'm gonna say it again, this skillet, I mean, I do everything in it, including Italian dishes. Whereas, you know, it seems unheard of, you know, you don't do big giant Italian dishes in a pot. Oh yes you do, it's right here. Yes you do, it's so easy.
Yeah, I bought one. It's like the best thing I've ever bought.
A mom said she cooked beans that normally take like forever.
Yep, pinto beans.
And pinto beans, like
And,
from
like,
the raw, right?
from raw
pinto
beans.
And my mom did it in the skillet, and she said in like half the time of what it would have normally taken in a crock pot, especially a crock pot takes all day.
It took about an hour total.
It took about
from
an hour
start to
for
finish.
uncooked beans.
Uncooked
Wow.
beans. Yeah, it
That's
was
great.
crazy.
I don't know
They were
what it
great.
is about the skillet, except that it cooks from all the way around. Okay, you've got the heating element across the whole bottom, and it just the way it distributes the heat and stuff. Things just cook better, and everything that I've tried at this point works in the skillet. It's crazy. I mean, I've done chicken and dumplings. I've done chicken pot pie. Next week I'm doing meatloaf sliders. Just all right here. Okay. All right. I'm gonna let this cook just a few more minutes. We're gonna check on Emily because I want this to bubble. Okay. When it starts to bubble, like a small bubble, not I don't want it going crazy and bubbling like a full boil. I just want it simmering, but I want to see the bubbles up here before I start adding my ingredients. Okay? Emily, how's this coming? Coming. Let's see. That looks beautiful. I get very excited when things turn out in the kitchen. You know? I mean, the smell. How about the smell, everybody?
Yeah,
Pretty
it
good?
smells amazing.
And the Italian seasonings in it made it
Yeah,
smell
no, it's
so
just,
much
you can see the seasoning. I don't know if you can get close here, Jennifer. I'm going to take my glasses off so
Oh,
I can
yeah.
see close. But the seasoning in it is beautiful. Elizabeth, you can come over and check this out.
I love the smell of cooked garlic and onions.
Oh, heck yeah. You know, at the beginning of this, we could have put
I was
the
gonna say,
minced
do we have
garlic.
garlic?
You could even throw a
Right.
little in now if you
yeah,
want.
I was
And you
gonna
could
ask,
actually,
but-
instead of it kind of disintegrating in the oil, you actually get bites of
Yeah.
it. So you could, at that point, you could absolutely put some minced garlic. You can do cloves of garlic if you like big. Some people like to take the cloves and slice them and just throw that in. Oh my gosh, there's no right or wrong, guys. This is, you know what's nice about cooking is you just get to create. Okay, and the end result is some amazing food.
So Stacy said, wow, I usually use my crock pot, but now I need a skillet.
You need a skillet.
She said, my favorite cooking ladies, I love and miss you beautiful people.
I miss you too, Stacy. I really do. I miss a lot of wonderful people in Arizona. I mean, my gosh, we were there for over 40 years, and I think we knew her most of those 40 years, probably. All right, Em, I'm going to let you keep stirring that. You know me, I got to wipe my stove before I do anything. What do I always say to everybody? Clean as you go. You don't want to be with a big giant mess when you're done. Where you want to go, you want to sit, relax, talk. And if you have a few, like right now, I'll have like a few little things right here that I'm going to be able to throw in the dishwasher. And basically my kitchen is going to be clean. And then I don't have to worry about it later. It is one of the biggest tips I can give you in the kitchen, clean as you go. All right. Hey, look, I'm starting to get my boil here. This is what I'm talking about, okay? Right there, it's simmering. Okay?
And Stacy, I got this exact skillet for $18 at Walmart.
Yeah.
So you don't have to
Everybody-
spend a
yeah.
lot of money.
Or you know what? You know, pretty soon Mother's Day's coming. There are
Right.
occasions coming. Birthday. Stacy, you just had a birthday. Happy birthday! Yeah, happy birthday! You know, she's got the same birthday as Mark, our brother.
Oh, really?
They share the birthday. And you know, for an occasion, and somebody doesn't know what to buy, you say, "Do me a favor, go to Walmart and get me an electric skillet." The round one like this is $18, and it's my favorite one so far. It just seems to be very roomy. I don't know what it is, but the round, I seem to get a lot more food in the round, okay?
Stacy said she's known you since first grade.
Yep, yeah, something like that. So, how many people do we have on right now? Do we know?
18 right now.
All right, 18 people, that's great. We've had up to 40, 50 people watching.
Yeah, we
at
had
one
33
point.
earlier.
It was about 33. Okay.
Earlier.
Fluctuated.
And
It
so,
fluctuated.
but the thing that amazes me are the numbers that watch. Like I said, sometimes 1 o'clock is a hard time for people. That's okay. Watch it later, and they're doing that. People are doing that. We're having thousands. At this point, this is our 6th show. We've had thousands of people watching us, and it is very, very exciting. Very exciting. I think I'm going to, I've thought about things. First of all, if you guys want to see something and want me to add something, now's the time to tell me, because when I first started this, I just started it, you know? It was just something that I thought needed to happen for my Meniere's people. But I'm thinking of, you know, a food tip every week or something like that to help out.
I think what a big part of this show is that like this is an Italian dish that's usually made over many hours, baked in the oven, and it's like a fed up version. It's like, I got to get this done quick. And so if you have something that you like, but it literally takes too long, Christine can probably
I can probably get it to
a half an hour
Yeah.
or so. That'd be a great idea, is to send some ideas in, say, I love this dish, but it really takes too long. How do I make this like a fast version, a fed up version?
So a funny story is, growing up in my family, like I said, my mom and my grandma, they cooked. I mean, it was an all-day process, okay? And I was always one of these kind of type A people that things have to get done now, which I'm sure my kids are like, really? Yeah, we know. But
You're the queen of
queen of
half
fast.
hour less.
So I remember many, many, many times in my life, numerous, too many to count, my grandmother saying to me, "You do everything fast. How do you cook that fast and have this kind of food?" And I said, "I'm just motivated to get out of the kitchen." That was always my answer to her. I'm just motivated to be done. And that really has applied to anything in my life. I just want to get it done so that I can do then the things that I want to do. In this case, life has changed, and even though I've had a disease for many, many years, since 1983, it's gotten to a point where everything has to be done quickly. And so cooking is one of those things. You don't stop feeding your family because you have, you know, something wrong. You still have to figure out how to do it, and that's what this is all about. And because I joined, I'm going to start adding my noodles, by the way. And because I joined the website, the Meniere's Support Group website, I saw so many people asking questions like, how do I do this? You know, I don't know what to do in the kitchen, and I need low sodium, and they had a lot of food questions. And then I said to my husband, you know, I have a food background, both personally, like in my family, and I studied it, and I thought, I can help. And that's what this is all about. But back to my grandmother, I will never forget her saying, "You do everything fast." I was just motivated, Grandma. She's no longer with us, but you know what? On March 18th, it would have been my grandmother's birthday. I don't know how old she would be this year, but she used to make this cake called chop suey cake.
Oh,
And I mean, years ago when we had our restaurants, my sister Jennifer and I had restaurants, and people would come in and buy not a piece, whole cakes of the chop suey cake. And so on my grandmother's birthday, I am making a meal. I'm doing Italian peppers and onion sandwiches, and I'm doing her chop suey cake. That'll be to honor my grandmother.
So Terry is watching.
Hello,
And-
thank you for joining us.
Stacy says, Skyline says, hi, food lady. And she said, can you have bacon?
Sure.
Can I have bacon personally, me?
It just says, can you have bacon?
I can have turkey bacon. Okay, look at that. Here's with the noodles. How's that coming in? Ooh, that looks beautiful. Okay, yep, we're just gonna turn that down, and we're gonna turn both of them, keep it on low. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, okay, is I'm gonna get a spoon. So right now, all this is the meat sauce and the pasta, okay? And now, woohoo, guess what? Now we get to add our delicious cheese blend. You guys remember what's in here? It's mozzarella cheese, shredded mozzarella cheese. It's ricotta, which most people say ricotta, but we say ricotta. And it's got 1 egg to keep it kind of creamy and custardy. And now I'm gonna drop this in. Can you see that, Jennifer?
Okay, Terry said she remembers your grandma. And
Yep.
Stacy said, yes. Can you have bacon?
I can have turkey bacon.
Turkey bacon.
Okay, so now look at this, guys. I'm just gonna stir in all the cheese. You know, this size pan, and it's kind of thick, can feed a lot of people. And baked ziti is kind of a very heavy dish. So this really could fit, like Stacy, you've got a large family. This size pan would feed your whole family.
I'm just gonna eat the rest of this. Like cookie dough.
Okay. Now remember, and there's a raw egg in there.
That's good. So does cookie dough.
Okay. Oh yeah, she does eat raw cookie dough. They tell you not to eat raw eggs, but you know, some people drink raw eggs like for
People
health
drink
drink and
raw-
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. So you know, and I'm sure it's not killing everybody that eats or drinks a raw egg. I know. Listen, if raw eggs killed, I think Callie would be gone because she likes cookie dough, right?
Raw eggs are very safe. It's a cracked raw egg that you can't eat because the oxygen gets inside. So raw eggs are actually safe
Okay.
in a food point standpoint.
That's good to know. All right, I'm going to turn this up, and I'm going to let this simmer, okay? Because I want it to thicken and simmer. I'm going to cover it. But that's beautiful. Look at that. It's as cheesy can get, and then we're going to add more cheese.
Terry
Okay.
said, that looks so good. I was trying to be good on Ash Wednesday. And then
Oh, yeah.
Christopher said snowing.
Well, okay, so Ash Wednesday usually means you don't eat meat, is that right? Okay.
Yes.
I mean, we grew up in the church, and the thing is, you can make this without
Meatless,
meat.
yeah,
You
just
make,
meatless.
you know, add a lot of vegetables
Just
to
with
your
cheese.
sauce instead of the meat. You don't have to have the meat. So there you go. This, where's your thingy?
Oh, right here.
Oh, you're eating. Oh, it's
I was
okay.
gonna try. No, here. Go ahead.
Okay. This absolutely looks beautiful. The veggies are all cooked and nice and soft. You don't want it mushy. I mean,
Right.
this is still
Got a
this
little
has still
bite
got
to it.
body to it. So I would say we're going to keep this warm, but this is done. This is beautiful. We have this sauce in the back. That's just for dipping our bread. This is simmering. I'm going to add mozzarella cheese on top. Okay, guess what? The meal is basically done except for the simmering. I've got my bread over here, which I'll show you in a minute. But we are at the point, ladies and gentlemen, how long are we in here?
30 minutes.
30 minutes, okay? We've got the ziti done and the veggies done. Bread's done. And now, I'm gonna make donuts. This is one of my grandmother's things also. Okay? So I can
love the
remember, they had a big house on Long Island, New York, and there would always be a lot of us. My mom had 5 kids, my aunt had 5 kids. There were 10 kids all around the same age, running around like maniacs. And what was a quick, easy, and delicious dessert, fast, easy, and delicious dessert that my grandmother used to make were biscuit donuts. Okay?
Because she was fed up.
She was fed up with all her 10 grandchildren running around like maniacs.
Mary Heffington said, that looks so incredibly yummy.
Yes. Yes, it is.
safe to
Mary,
say
it
to
really
you,
is. The
I see
flavors all
Bob
blend. They're
cooking too.
blending right now. This is working right now to get nice and soft.
Awesome.
Jennifer, no, Emily, I want you to
Yeah.
add the rest of the noodles into
Okay.
that and just mix it around.
Yep.
Okay. While I'm doing this. Okay, this pot is going in here because I want nothing over there as I'm making the donuts. Time to make the donuts.
Time to make the donuts.
Time to
Oh,
make the
boy.
donuts. Hello. What do you want in there?
He's a little chef.
Yes.
Open the door.
Open the door.
Okay, guys. So let me show you what I'm going to do over here. Pop-Tart. So you need something to make the hole in the middle, and I had this little gadget that when you're decorating cupcakes or something, you know, you put the little your tip on, and then it's a perfect little tool. Use your imagination. Use your tools. Emily, go ahead and mix the macaroni in. And all I'm going to do is make my little donut hole. Okay.
The donut holes are my favorite.
The donut hole. Oh, this works really well because I can pop my finger in. See, I just found a new gadget. Perfect. Okay.
A
so,
fed-up
let's
gadget.
see. I'm gonna put the oil in. I'm gonna use this one because it's really
marketing.
Hashtag marketing. Yeah. And I'm gonna fill it up, probably a good inch of oil, because I need to be able to cook the bottom without it touching the bottom, because that'll burn. Hi, that will burn the oil. I mean, that'll burn the bottom of the donut. You don't want that. Okay. So while this is heating, while the oil is heating, I'm going to just make my little donut holes. And yes, the kids love the little holes. Okay. So don't get rid of them. You're gonna use them. You're gonna cook them. Okay.
That's the best.
So you haven't added anything to the dough as of right now.
The people at Pillsbury did that for me. Let's see. Is it
They're so
Pillsbury?
nice.
I don't know. Who is this from? It's the
Pillsbury
Pillsbury
Brands,
Brands.
yeah.
Yes. They did all the work for me, so that made me to have it fast and easy. Okay, so thank you, Pillsbury, for that, because you have great. Actually, their grand biscuits really are great, and they have the flaky ones. They have buttermilk biscuits. They
They
have.
really are grand.
They're grand.
They are grand.
They're
Biscuits
grand.
really are.
Okay, so this is heating up.
How can
now.
you tell when the oil's ready?
Well, honestly,
Pop quiz.
pop quiz. For me, I'm going to answer it my way. Okay, I'm going to say you can have a thermometer. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a little piece of dough, and if the dough goes, whoosh, that's what I'll
Okay,
do.
so Stacy's asking, the biscuit dough doesn't soak up all the oil and actually gets crisp.
Yes. You
Yes.
can't
Yes.
if the oil is the right temperature.
Okay.
Okay. If the oil is too cold or too hot, it does not cook correctly.
And then Mary says, delicious pasta and donuts equal a very happy Mary.
Yes, Mary. I'm telling you, come over and eat. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, this is what I do. This is how I check this. What can I say?
It's Ripley. If it's Ripley, it's ready.
Ripley, yes. And you got, goodness, don't have anything splash in it. Not a good idea. Okay, so I'm going to take this. I got this new tool, but I'm going to, I may just flip it with a fork. I think that's probably a better tool because we're not using deep oil. You could probably cook these in a fryer, and I almost did, but I'm so used, this is how my grandmother did it, so I'm just sticking with it, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to take a little tiny piece of the little ball here, see how we're doing. Ah, look at that. Look at that. Okay. Let me see. That looks great.
Do
Okay.
you keep the oil on high?
I keep it, well, I will probably adjust. When I put these in, if they brown too quickly, I'm turning the oil down. And honestly, that's how I've always done it. That's how my grandmother did it. So that's how we're going to do it. Okay. And please be careful when you're working with oil. Please. You don't want to get burned, and you definitely don't want to have kids in the kitchen when you're doing this. Definitely don't. I'm going to turn my little thingy there. Look at that little guy.
That's
He's cute.
mine.
That's yours. Okay, Now guys, these do not take long. So I already have a plate out here to put my donuts on when they're done. Now, what do you put on the donuts? You've got choices. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Great donuts, almost ready. They're almost ready. It does not take long. So today I'm going to put a whole bunch, I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to put a whole bunch of powdered sugar on mine. But what you can do, I'm going to turn this down. You can tell. Look at those donuts. Okay? Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, well, you can make those right here in your own house and not have to worry about going to spend a lot of money. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh, but on these, you can take your confectioner sugar, powdered sugar, and you can add like a teaspoon over a little burner here on low. You can take like a tablespoon of milk in the powdered sugar and just roll it around, and then you can have an icing, a glaze, okay? Or you can take what my grandmother used to do, is she would take a bag of what do you call it? Sugar, cinnamon and sugar, white sugar, and she'd mix it up in a paper bag, and then you just dump the donuts in and you just shake it, and then the whole donut gets coated with, look at that, that's those donuts. And then you can just do that. So, and while they're hot, I'm going to turn that down just a little bit, but while these are hot, I'm going to put the confectioner sugar on them. This is my favorite topping.
Where's my little piece? Don't forget the
He's
sugar.
in there. No, he's in there. He's in there. Okay.
We have cinnamon sugar.
You can do that. You can put the cinnamon and sugar. That's what she used to do. Okay.
I think I remember that. I was little, but I think I remember
So
that.
these are cooking very quickly. So let's turn them down. That, when you're working with oil, I mean, literally that's what you do. You monitor what you're doing. If they start to get done too quick, turn it down. Turn it down. Don't let it scare you. Just turn it down. Okay, look at that.
Somebody, Bianca, asked what dough did she use?
Did my grandmother use?
No.
Who? Just
Oh.
now? Or what did
Maybe
I use?
you. I don't know.
What did I use? I used the Pillsbury ground biscuits, the Southern, what's it called? The Southern blend, or the
Southern home style.
Southern home style, yes.
What did Grandma use?
Well, they didn't have the grams back then, so she just used the little tubes of the regular ones. The little biscuits in a tube, but the little, the skinny ones.
They were skinny.
Yeah, they were skinny.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. Okay, now, these are what the kids love, right here.
Oh, those are my favorite.
And these cook in about 2 seconds. And of course, you're going to get 8 donuts in one package, and you're going to get 8 little nuggets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, where'd my nugget go? There it is. I was missing a nugget. Look how easy this is, guys. And with that, okay, I'm going to add some. Oh my goodness, don't they look great? Okay. I'm gonna let them roll around here for a little bit. Turn over, you. You probably said you left me out, so I'm gonna give you trouble. Anyway, there's dessert. Okay? There is dessert. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, Emily, on that, would you take the rest of the mozzarella cheese?
Yes.
And sprinkle on top of the ziti. These are done. Make sure you turn your oven off. These are done. They're beautiful, they're done, they're crispy. Look at that. Look at that. There's dessert, guys. And how easy is that? And my grandmother, like I said, when she'd have company, where all of us were there, she would just take out the tubes of biscuit mix and she'd make the donuts. Look at that. What do you think? Yeah. Beautiful.
Can't wait.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
I
Yes.
can't wait to
Yes.
get one
Yes.
of those little donuts.
Absolutely beautiful. Okay. There's our dessert, everybody. Okay. We're gonna let this melt. I'm also going to add, you know, because there's not enough cheese in there already, but I'm going to add Parmesan. And then Emily, right up in the closet there is a little thing of parsley. I want to add that on top of this, please. Turn this up a little. I want it really getting bubbly. This is going to be a cheese overload. But, well, I don't know. Is there such a thing?
No.
There's never too much cheese.
So there's so much sauce in this that you do need the cheese
Yeah.
to
To bind it.
to hold it together and just kind of.
Okay, look at that, guys. Here you go. Thank you. All right.
Okay, Mary said they look so good.
Okay.
And so does the ziti.
All right. So we are just literally, I'm going to let that simmer for just a minute. Clean up my mess here. All right, guys. Any questions about anything? Come on over and let me show you. I'm going to take this. Elizabeth, you take this over there, please. I want to show you the bread that I made last night in my bread machine. Okay. And the girls bought me this little bread holder, and so I have, look at that. Look at this beautiful bread. I like the heel, so I'm going to take the heel today. But this smells amazing. There are pieces of garlic in there. I used the little minced garlic in this bread. With the bread, I mean, you can add flavorings too. It's just kind of like the rice cooker that I talked to you about, that you can throw all your ingredients in and just let it do its job. And the bread maker and the rice maker, they do their job really well. So here's my bread. It smells amazing, and that is going to be like on the side of my plate. I'm going to, oh, and by the way, I was going to tell you about this. In here today, I have sparkling club soda, and I splashed some lime in it and lime on the top, because that was a big thing in our family too, is that we all drank club soda with lime. It's a great, it's a great refreshing drink, and it goes perfectly with this meal. Okay, and I gave all my helpers here today their little glasses of the club soda. Okay. If you look in my sink, I have some bowls and stuff. This will go in the dishwasher with my little tools here. That is a one load in the dishwasher, and I don't have hardly any mess anywhere. So I'm very excited about that, okay?
Proof.
All right. We're going to serve this beautiful, beautiful plate up. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Emily, I'm going to have you take the little plates right here and make a couple for you guys. Okay. And I am going to, I'll let you use that spoon to scoop that. And then we are going to have an amazing dinner here today. And I just put sort of a garnish. I just put parsley on the bottom of the plate just to make it look pretty. Okay. And here we go. This is, okay, guys, look at this. Ziti, Skillet Ziti, okay?
She says hi, girls.
Look at, there's so much cheese. Can you see that? There is so much cheese on this that is like, wow. And I'm talking cheese overload for sure, but why not? What the heck? It's Italian food, and this is what it's all about. Emily, I'm going to let you scoop for everybody there.
I will do that.
Okay. There is no such thing as too much cheese. Okay? But there's your ziti. Now, if I have any left over, which I probably won't, but if I have any left over and you put this in the fridge and then you cook it tomorrow, oh boy, it's amazing. Like, I would even, literally at this point, I would even let it sit a few minutes to just absorb everything, but we're going to taste it. We're not going to let it sit, so. Okay, and I'm going to have some of my zucchini rainbow mix here. I want to make sure I get all the colors. Look how pretty that is. Look at that. And I always like to wipe my plate, because they do say that you eat with your eyes first, okay? There's that. That's pleasing to the eye, okay? And can you get a picture on somebody's phone?
Yeah, I sure can.
The other thing that I'm going to do right now, guys, is I'm going to get a little bowl of my sauce so that I can dip my bread. Yes. So right here, scoop here. I still got hot sauce. on the stove. And that is great, great, great for dipping. Just to have on the side. You know when you go to like a Mexican restaurant, you dip in salsa and stuff like this in Italian food? I'm sorry, I gotta have my little dipping sauce right there. How's it looking?
Beautiful.
Look at that.
Okay.
All right. So, let's see if I can get this thing closed. That doesn't matter, we can leave it in. All right, so I'm gonna taste this, but I want you guys to taste it too.
Yeah, it's coming.
Okay, so while Emily's fixing their plates, I'm gonna taste this. I'm very excited about this. And I do want to thank my mom and my grandmother for being great cooks. My sister is a great cook. She is a professional chef. And so all of her food, she's going to come in at some point and do her famous chicken Phillies. Okay, that's to die for. Elizabeth's going to come in and do, now what was it? Your chicken green chili casserole.
Yes.
Everything is fast, easy, and delicious. Okay. Oh, Parmesan cheese, right? I am not going to eat Italian food. I'm even going to put it on my zucchini.
I would too.
Okay, so there you go. And can you get a close-up of that, Jennifer? All right, look at this. Oh my gosh.
Looks great.
Oh, God. Yeah,
Smells great.
yeah, it's amazing. Okay, here we go.
Hot.
Not for me. Oh my, it's delicious. Oh gosh, you guys are gonna love it.
Yes.
Holy cow! Where's Bobby? He's missing out, man.
He is. He requested a bowl.
That is delicious. Honest to goodness, guys. Now, my favorite part of all of this, on the vegetable side of the onions. I love onions. So, I'm gonna take a big scoop of onion. I'm gonna take a piece of the zucchini. Hi, Nicolette. Look what Grandma's got here. Some food. Delicious. Oh my gosh. You know what, Emmy? You can really taste that Italian seasoning.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's
I
so
love
good.
it. I use it on all kinds of things.
It's
Yeah.
so delicious. And guys, I mean, it was easy. This is easy. Okay? There was prep work that had to be done, but you have to prep any meal. So it's just part of it. But this is delicious. And will your family not love that? Like seriously? Of course they will. All right. Let me finish my onion. Or have you guys tasted anything yet?
I'm
Not yet.
working on the
All right.
vegetables and they're delicious.
What I'm going to do right now is taste my little gooey ball here right now, and this is I'm going to dip it in the sugar. Like I said, my grandmother used to do the cinnamon and sugar mix, which you can do. I mean, you could even dip these in like a chocolate sauce, anything, because it's again one of those. They're very bland when you take them out, but you can do whatever you want to make it flavored just like you like it. Delicious. Sweet, delicious, crunchy, amazing. Thank you, Grandma, for your recipes. All right, I'm going to finish my meal. Hey, thank you so much for watching today. Cook the stuff. Don't be fed up, right? Fast, easy, delicious recipes. We're going to come up with the name and develop the slogan and everything, but I want to thank you guys for joining us for 6 weeks now. We're having a great time and we're having a great response to the show. So enjoy your food, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you. Have a great day. Come here, Nick. Nicky.